sign up for one of these softwares, I would always recommend you to create like an anonymous account, because obviously all your information will be implemented in one tax software provider. Welcome to Crypto Insights, where we teach you about crypto. In this video, I want to go over some tax software providers, because with the new regulations, it's very hard to keep track of your own transactions, and therefore you have these tax software providers. So I'll list a few just for you to choose which one suits you best. I will also give my personal opinion. So to start off, I would like to discuss that there is a differentiation between tax software providers and accounting software providers. So accounting software providers, they just give you a view of all your transactions and what type of transactions, in which wallets and in which protocols, and what DeFi rewards. So that is what accounting software providers offer. On the other side, you have tax software providers. So they provide immediately what is taxable, what is not. And especially in the Portuguese circumstances, it is important to know which holdings were held for more than 365 days and which less. So some of the crypto tax providers even give you some tips. For example, you have unrealized capital gains that were already held for more than 365 days. So they optimize your taxes. So with all of this said, let's jump into this week's video. So the top 5 tax software providers that I'm going to discuss in this video are Koinly, with the K, so not with the C, Coinledger, Accointing, Crypto Tax Calculator, and Taxtris. So the last two, Crypto Tax Calculator and Taxtris, are software providers where I provided the documentation to apply it to Portuguese income taxes. So this is not yet live, but they're currently working on it. So Koinly is also officially working together with the US government. And here you will see that they have a lot of integrations. So they have Crypto.com, Kronos, Binance, so the really known chains. They also have Osmosis, but also a very unknown one. It seems like unlimited, their integrations. And they're also by far the biggest crypto tax software provider currently. Then if you look at the pricing models, there is a free feature up to 10,000 transactions, which is quite a lot for a free feature. The wallets and exchange account is unlimited. And for the rest, you can see portfolio tracking, capital gains preview, DeFi margin. So there's a lot of free products. But if you want to have really the tax reports and the official tax reports like TurboTax and Tax Act, then you will have to pay. And the cheapest one is for a newbie, that is 35 euros per year. You have the hodler, which is 89 euros. And you have the trader, which is 169 euros. So the second biggest one is Coinledger, which I hear a lot of my clients are also using this one because they are a bigger fan of the user interface compared to Koinly. And if we go to the pricing, we will see that they also offer a free package with unlimited transactions. So you can really track how much of your transactions are able to be traced in the software. Then they have the hobbyist for 100 transactions, which is really not that much, but it means that you're buying and holding for the long term. You have the investor, which is $99, and you have unlimited, which is $199 plus. So it can become more expensive. But that is all based on the transactions. So that is making the big difference. It's like, how many transactions do you want to have followed? 3,000 is not a lot if you're a trader, if you're using DeFi. So Coinledger can become quite expensive compared to Koinly if you have a lot of transactions. Then we have Accointing, which is the third biggest crypto tax software provider. They're featured in Bloomberg, in Forums, CoinDesk. They're all active in the US for now, because that is really one of the biggest markets. But they're slowly moving into Europe, into Asia, into Australia. So there's a big competition going on, and the biggest competition is based on the pricing, as I discussed, and also the user interface, because what works for one person doesn't work for the other. Then they also try to differentiate on, are you a full-time trader? Are you mostly active into DeFi? Or are you just a holder that wants to have all their exchange information in one application? I always want to make you aware that if you sign up for one of these softwares, I would always recommend you to create like an anonymous account, because obviously all your information will be implemented in one tax software provider. And if that one gets hacked, then a person can track all your transactions and everything you have. Plus, I heard that some of these tax software providers are also giving support to the government on the back end. So really do your research regarding that. And keep it anonymous, that they can't trace you by name. Because as far as I know, these tax software providers won't ask you for any passport details. It's mostly just an email and a name, and then you can start work. And it's an email and a name, and you can immediately work with it. So if we look at the pricing, they have the hodler for 100 transactions, the investor, the day trader, and the whale. And unfortunately, Accointing doesn't have a free subscription, only for 25 transactions. So it's very little to test if all your separate DeFi earnings are traced in the right way. Then we have a crypto tax calculator. As I said, I work with them. I have provided them the software to do it for Portugal. So I'm really interested how that is going to look like. Coin tax calculator is mostly based in Australia, and they're working on making crypto regulation more clear, more transparent there. They have a really good interface, is my personal opinion. And I'm really curious for the outcome. Then if we look at the pricing, they also have a free package up to 100 transactions, up to 3 imports, and basic tax report. So they already provide the basic tax report. And then again, based on, are you just a hodler? Are you using DeFi? Are you a trader? It really depends on your needs. And the trader one for 500 euros is up to 100,000 transactions. So that is a very detailed report. And then we go to Taxtris. This one is fairly new. Their investors are Frontline, Seedcamp, Peer, and Byzantine Marine. They're mostly active in Europe. So Portugal is the latest one that they've been adding, and they're just slowly expanding, working with local accountants to keep them up to date with the local laws. And obviously, they're mostly interested in countries like Portugal, also like Turkey, Germany, Netherlands, where crypto is really popular and where there's a lot of demand for crypto tax reports. So this is the end of my video. I hope it was helpful. These are the companies that I'm aware about. It doesn't mean that this is all the companies. If you like my content, please like and subscribe. And if you have any specific questions or suggestions for videos or in this video, let me know in the comments. And then I hope to see you next week. Bye.